Hello, hey, how are you all? How is it going on this great day that the Lord has made? And we are choosing to rejoice and be glad in it. Okay, I don't know what time and what day that you're going to be watching this or listening to this. I just want you to know that it is a good day no matter what day. Okay? Welcome to the room, y'all. It's your girl, it's your coach who Miss Jessie. Okay? So listen, I don't want to waste no time. I want to just go ahead and dive on right on in. We are wrapping up 2023 and godly. I'm excited. First of all, welcome to the podcast. Okay. We are on our very fourth episode. Is God good or no? Yes, he is. Okay. Okay, so welcome to the room. This is Conversation Peace. Okay. The ish matters. Inner soul healing. Yes, that's the podcast. It sounds like an entire sentence, and it is. But it's because it's a whole situation. The fan has entered the room and it has entered the chat. So welcome, fan, because it is hot. All right, y'all, it's hot. I'm trying to let you know right now, your girl is burning up. Okay. So it is what it is. So welcome the fan. It is a part of our broadcast, and it is okay. So if you hot wherever you are, you need a fan. Listen, I'm not judging. I do understand. And I say, do what you got to do. Okay. And get cool. I can't stand the heat. Okay. Just like I say, I can't stand the rain. Okay. I can't stand the heat. Okay. Yes. So listen, y'all, I want to go ahead, like I say, dive on in because I truly want to slide out of the way. And I just hope that you will follow me down that yellow brick road that I'm going to take you on a recap of my 2023. I am so excited that the Lord has done so much and has taken me through so many you know different paths and and changes and things like that. And it has been bittersweet in some areas, but by all means, all of it was necessary, because if I didn't go through those things that I went through, if I didn't survive those things that I have survived, I don't know if I will be able to have the testimony that I actually have. And my story, your story, our story is what makes us. This is what um, the Bible talks about. We overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the words of our testimonies. So, of course, having a recap of a year and kind of taking someone down the yellow brick road of what you have endured, what you have survived, what you have overcome, and perhaps what you are still currently in, and all of those things is so key. It is so important. It is used to encourage each other. It is used to uplift one another, to empower each other, to inspire, to motivate, and all of the things. But the longer it takes us to get to that, the longer it takes someone else that needs to hear it, that it takes for them to catch what it is that they needed to catch from you in order to get what it needed to get to. I hope you caught that. I know I said it kind of fast, but you can certainly use the rewind button to go listen to that again, uh, at a slower pace. But I gotta keep going. But listen, so 2023 came with its own version of challenges, but it also came with a whole lot of triumph. It also came with a whole lot of victorious, no point intended. This is one of my merch. Okay. Oh, girl, your girl got merch. I'm victorious. Yes, I am. And so are you. Um, but it came with a lot of learning curve, a lot of newness, and it came to a lot of enlarged territories. And I really want to kind of highlight, and hopefully I can do so without missing anything, so that you can understand that what God did for me and what God is currently doing for me, that He can do it for you, and He will. But you also have to give him something to work with as well, and you also have to surrender and commit yourself to the things that to the process that he has to take you through to get you to the other side. And there will be days that it's not so favorable, and you don't feel like it. Okay, let's just speak the truth. You don't feel like it, or you're gonna have those bad days where the weather outside is not weathering. um and like today the rain came down, y'all. At the time that I am really taping this, it is Christmas Eve. Let me tell y'all, that rain in Texas today was so disrespectful. Your girl don't do rain, because it's challenging trying to hold myself up, a cane up, and an umbrella, my pocketbook, and all of the things that I have going on. Y'all, when I tell you that rain came through, excuse me, when I tell you that rain poured down like a river, oh my God, it was just a lot of rain. So it poured down on me. But listen, nevertheless, God was still good. Nevertheless, things got done. Nevertheless, I survived it. Nevertheless, my hair got wet. And oh yeah, y'all, I'm not wearing a hat today. I'm giving you a little swoop today. A little swoop. Swoop swoop. A little blonde swoop. Ooh, there you go. That's it. But but yeah, but by all means necessary, today was still a good day. And it might have been one of those days where it's like, oh God, I know I hate the rain. But was I gonna let that stop me from going and have a good day? Was I gonna let that stop me from going to serve today happily in the very early? Because we had to wake up because we had 8 a.m. service, and 10 a.m. today for the very first Christmas Eve service at Social Dallas. And it was a blast, y'all. We all came together, worked together, was doing what we needed to do so that the service could do what it needed to do for the people that were coming. We wanted to prepare the table, right? Prepare the room, prepare the atmosphere, prepare the place, for what God was going to do, for families that was coming in, from all over the world, from people who were going to be housing guests, and all of those wonderful things, because it's the holiday season. We were there to prepare that, and it was so awesome to be a part of that entire movement. Um, but there was a point as this year started, my heart was kind of unattached to the things of God. Um, I love Jesus and I'm a Jesus girl. I mean, I promise you I am. No doubt about it. But the reality of it and the reality of things is you can get to a point sometime where you are feeling just like, I don't want to do this. uh I'm not in the mood. I'm mad, or I'm angry at God, or I'm disappointed in God. You're not happy about the way things are going and flowing. I was there, y'all, as 2023 was coming. I was really at a bad space that I was really asking God that I needed him to help pull me out, because I was sinking down too low in that a sadness and depression. I was mourning all kinds of losses, and um not necessarily physical deaths, but a lot of grief, emotional grief, and a lot of mental grief. I was breaking up with a lot of friendships. I was breaking up with a lot of connections, and things like that. So those things weighed on me emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, and even physically, but they weighed on me to the point where I was like, God, if I carry this with me, or if I continue to carry this with me, my heart is going to, get hardened, and I might end up getting stuck here in this zone and never move forward, or worse, backslide to the point where I'm like completely far away from you. And I didn't want to go that route, but it was very much a possibility because of the way I was feeling and the way my mind was thinking and the emotions that I was carrying, that I was nursing. But I also knew to ask God to meet me in this moment, in that place that I was in. And I was asking him, Lord, if, like the way that Jesus asked, God, if it be your will, please take this cup from me, because it was a cup of bitterness. It was a cup of unforgiveness. It was a cup of disappointment. It was a cup of hurt. It was a cup of, just anger. It was a cup of fear, and it was a cup of anxiety. So it was so filled with so much and so many things that I myself was not even sure, as strong as I am in my walk with the Lord, and as much as I know about him, even in this moment, my world was rocked to a point where I was like, whoa. But then God had to reveal to me so many ugly truths and so many ugly things, that I was doing, that I didn't even realize that I was doing. The mundane things, the idolizing of people and putting folks in the place of Jesus, or even, yeah, putting people on pedestal where they, where you get, there was a mix up of honor and idolizing. You can honor people without idolizing them, but there is a little line that you have to walk, to the point where you have to be very mindful that you're not honoring to the point of idolizing, or that you're not serving God in a place of fear, right? Because the Lord doesn't want us to fear him. He wants us to reverence him, and honor him, and put him on a pedestal of where he belongs. Put him up high and everybody else below. Right? Because it says that he is a jealous God. He is jealous for you. It's the truth. He's a jealous God. And and anything else that you're doing that is out of order, it's going to be like a mess. And at some point, the rubber's going to meet the road, and things are not going to work out well. And that's just the way it is. And that was my reality. And as a person who have been walking with God for so long, and finding myself in this space, I could not understand, like, how did I get here? What wrong turn did I make? And where do I need to pivot? Like, God, where do I begin? So many questions, so many unanswered stuff, and still today, not having those answers, so many missed apologies, so many missed conversations, so many missed moments, like. And yet you got to move forward, because what you're looking for and what you're waiting for potentially will never happen. What do you do? And I was like, God, as I'm going into this new year, I don't want to go like this. If I continue like this, I truly don't know what will become of me. Will this be my demise? will this be it for me? Lord, I love you. I'm a servant and I don't want this. But this is the reality. This is the way. Because if you give God what you're feeling, if you give God what you're working with, He can do so much more with it because He understands how you're feeling. He understands why you're feeling that way. And He wants to pull you out. He wants to show you the ways to go. He wants to guide you. He wants to be there with you and for you. But we have to be honest with the Lord and we have to be truthful about our reality because it's either you want to do better and get better or you don't. And if you do, you just got to show up broken. You just got to show up the way you are. Lord, I don't have the answers. Lord, I know absolutely nothing. Lord, I need you. I need you. Show up and meet me here today. Do something new for me now because I don't want to end like this. I don't want this to be my demise. I don't want this to be how I go into yet a new year. I don't want to serve you feeling like this. I really want the joy of the Lord to be my strength, right? I really want my smile to be sincere. And I didn't want to, fear in faking it. Oh, no, I'm not scared. No, I was scared. Okay. We have to be real, be honest with the Lord. Even okay, if maybe you don't want to be honest with the people around you because you're not really sure who they are and what they're going to do with that. That's okay. Understood. But the Lord, He's going to do something with that. And He's going to do something that's going to work in your favor. So I know I have already been digging right into episode number 4, but like I said, this is a recap of 2023. Is my glasses steamy because of how hot I am? I think so, y'all. Look at my steamy glasses. I gotta try to fan them. Oh my Jesus. Um, but yeah, you have to be honest with the Lord. Okay, y'all, I'm trying to wipe it. It's distracting. Okay. All right. We're gonna do the best we can. All right. Okay, look, it's hot. um but yeah, it's like you have to give the Lord all of your pieces, all of them. Don't leave a piece behind. Give Him all of the pieces because He's the only one that can put it together. He is the masterpiece himself. He's the keeper. He's the creator. He's the know-it-all. For real. Not your cousin that think they know it all. But God Himself, He is the know it all. When it comes to you, He knows it all. Period. That's it. And that's all. Welcome to episode number 4, y'all. Recap of Coach Miss Jessie's 2023. Woo! Listen. Okay. And let me make sure I give you my scripture for how I will wrap up for 2023. I would say 1 John 4:4. 1 John 4:4 says, greater is He that is in me than he that is in the world. And that scripture is everything of how I can sum up my 2023 because I had to tap into the greater that God already placed in me. I had to tap into the greater that He has already revealed to me. I had to tap into the greater that He has already shown me. And when the wells was running dry, when the river wasn't rivering, when the rain wasn't pouring, and I don't mean the rain that today, okay? No. When the money was just not money at all. When the situations were coming left, right, up, down, all around. what are you going to do? Okay. I really had to tap into the greater that I know the Lord has for me, whether I was experiencing it or not. I knew and I know enough about God to know that He will not bring me this far to leave me, that it would not take these circumstances and this situation to completely, you know, take me and pull me away from him. I mean, like, come on, to the point where y'all, I believe I already talked about this on this podcast, but who knows if I have or not? Could have been on my Bible stories, but I mean, like to the point of me, choking and almost choking to death recently. Just like about a month ago, choking on a water bottle top. Like literally, like, wait a minute, that's what almost took me out. This what was going to be like what broke the Campbell's back. Okay, but God said not so. Mm-mm. You've survived worst. Okay, you've survived worse. You are baby Lazarita. Okay, you the version of Lazarus, the woman version. So you Lazarita. So what are you talking about? This little water bottle is going to take you out. The Lord said not so, and it did not happen. But could it have? Yeah. Did it almost look like it was going to? Yeah. Except God did not let it. And plus, I didn't even know I was choking. That's what I was choking on. Not until that came out of my mouth. Imagine you popped out a whole bottle top. You choking, and that's what comes out. Whoa, what's that? How did that even get there? That's another day's story. Let's focus on the recap of 2023, okay? But we still got our blueprint. Mm-hmm. It's still right here, y'all. And today, like I said, our scripture is 1 John 4:4. Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. Because even though I was here out here in this world, the greater wasn't about the world. The greater was about what God placed in me to give to the world, right? So you have to tap into that so that you not, you know, forgetting who God is and forgetting who God has called you to be, or forgetting your purpose, you're forgetting your assignment, or forgetting your relationship with God. You have to tap into those things because you have to have reserve relationship, because those are the things that you're going to have to pull from when you are in those moments that I was in. You have to pull from that reserve relationship, because at this moment and in this hour and in this time, you just don't have it. So because you have some things on reserve, you able to go ahead and dig that. I'm gonna have to go. It's like your what they call, like, that petty cash. You don't really want to use that, but when if times and moment come that it calls for it, you're going to go ahead and, like, oh, I'm gonna need to tap into that petty cash. You know what I mean? So that's what I was having to do. But the great part is, y'all, the great part is it worked. It worked. I'm a testament of it. It worked. God did it. God did it, and God is still doing it. And I'm still surrendering. I'm still giving a yes. Even in the moments I'm like, till today, like, God, this rain is disrespectful, but I'm still saying yes. This early morning hour, Jesus. Okay, I'm still saying yes. This body is woo. True. I am still saying yes. Like the Shekinah Glory song, one of my favorite songs. Yes. 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 Even though sometimes you're like, yes. What you said? I said, yes. What? I can't hear ya. But how many people know, even if you give the God a whispered yes, he gonna work with that? Because sometimes you can't say, you might be in a place where you're like, Lord, I'm depleted. I can't even utter out the word yes. All I got is, see, you ain't really hear me, huh? But the Lord said, oh, I hear you. I can work with that, child. Hello? Even if you mumbling it, yes. Okay, I hear you. I can work with that. Even if you like just saying it with your mouth movement, okay, I can work with that. Just give it to them. Write it down on a piece of paper. Yes. Hey, get some. Could you tell the Lord? I said yes. By all means necessary. Give him something to work with. It's worth it. So I'm going to kind of like discuss with you uh some of my wins and what I'm gonna call also some of my pivots, because I don't want to call them loss. I want to say pivots. You know, you just pivoted from that. It wasn't serving you, it wasn't working. You realized that wasn't a thing anymore. So you pivoted. Okay, there you go. Um, and the three words that I had from last year that the Lord had given me was unstoppable, effective, strategic. Those were the three words that I went into 2023 with, that I came into 2023 with. Okay. Excuse me. So that was unstoppable, effective, and strategic. And I took those words and I kept them in the back of my mind. Everything that I would do or think about was filtered through with those words in my mind. And also what I had asked for the Lord and from the Lord is divine connection only. Lord, I only want divine connection. Divine connection. I mean, all these things just kind of echoed throughout 2023 for me, over and over and over again, in every interaction, in every circumstance, in every situation. Those words, in every post pretty much that I put up, you will find those words somewhere. And it was because that's truly what I heard the Lord talk to me about, and it was truly what I know that I needed from the Lord as well. And having those things I'm big on affirmations. Obviously, I'm victorious. Okay, okay, affirmation, and I'm big on it, and therefore, I really take heed to the scripture that tells us that you know, the words that come out of our mouths, life and death is in the power of the tongue. And we have to be mindful of what we speak and what we say. So words are very, very, very important. And words can also, you know, assassinate your truth, and it can kill dreams. It can, you know, stagnate situations. And so we have to be mindful of the words. So these words meant everything to me, um and they were important to, to what was going to come as I was entering a brand new year. And first thing started to with my change was joining one of our church connect groups. Joining the church connect groups, I kept wanting to do it, but I just was like, I didn't feel like doing it. I didn't feel like meeting new people. I didn't feel like talking. I didn't feel like sharing. I didn't feel like connecting, even though I was asking for divine connection. I wasn't there yet. I had to start from somewhere. And, starting there and knowing that I didn't feel like it was times where I'm just like, oh God, really? We're going to be talking about stuff. People are going to be sharing their stuff. I don't really want to hear stuff. I don't really want to share stuff. I just was like, ugh. But you know what? I showed up that first day to uh connect group. That's what we call it, right? I showed up and I was like, listen, I'm just here because I just know that I need to be here. That if I don't do this, I don't know. And this is probably just as much how I was dragging that word into, like, I don't know, I just, so I'm just here. That's kind of how I showed up. And then on top of that, um, I also was like, not only did I show up dragging like that, but I also kind of told them like I guess in so many words, like, I really don't want to be here. And I'm sure they was like, then why are you here? But how many people knows that it's better to just show up in the room and then let the atmosphere of the room help shape you, help shift you, because the Lord is going to have something in that room for you that's going to change you, that's going to bless you, that's going to touch you. And of course, that's going to start the change reaction for you and set up the rest of your year because you dragged in that room. How many people know that it's good to be dragged? I mean, listen, you could use that in many ways, but I'm using it in a sense where it was good that the Lord dragged me in that room because I needed to be dragged. It was a drag anointing, but it worked for me. It served me because that moment in that January day leading to now the last of the year of 2023, my life looks different. It looks so much better. I'm so much better. I'm so much stronger. I'm wiser. I'm better. So much better. When I look back through the things that I've been through, I realize I had you to hold on to. I never would have made it. Ooh, never could have made it without you. It's the truth. Okay, Marvin Sapp testimony. Hey, you're welcome. Because it's the truth, y'all. It's not just a song. It was my testimony. It was my fact of the matter. It was what it was for me. And I'm telling you, if you are there, I understand your girl, your coach, understand. And I get you. I got you. That's why I'm here to encourage you as we are finishing out the year. I want you to know that I get it. I understand. And you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to hide what you're going through. You don't have to fake it till you make it. Be real with yourself and know what it is that you need, and be real with yourself and know where you are. Be real like I am about these glasses because it's steamy and I'm about to take them off because my face feel like it's hot. Okay, y'all. It might be because I have on the hair that's extra. Ugh. Well, look, I'm not going to finish with how I started. I started with these glasses, but I ain't gonna finish with them because that's one less thing I need to be making me hot and annoyed. And I want to be focused because I want you to be able to hear what I gotta say, and I don't want to see my glasses steamy and interrupting my focus because now I'm trying to unsteam them and I can't. Jesus, okay. Listen, I don't want to be interrupted. I want to say what it is that God wants me to say to you tonight, so that, what a day, this morning, whatever time, so that you catch my drift. Ooh, chab. It be hot. Ooh. And then I got this hair on, y'all. Trying to be cute for y'all at the end of the year. Okay. Let me get focused again. Welcome to the room, y'all. It is. I'm your coach. Yes, I am your coach. Don't pray for me. Um, so let's get back to what I was saying. Okay. Yeah, so with me showing up to this connect group, and I'm like, okay, God, do whatever it is that got to get done. I need to move forward. Okay. I'm gonna drag me in this room, and whatever happens, let it happen. So I was willing to do that, even though it was hard, even though it was uncomfortable, even though I didn't want to do it, but I was like, I'm gonna do it. So each week I was dragging in there, but each week became better. Each week became easier. Um, I joined a co-ed group. So it was people in there that was so encouraging, so loving. So, I have, you know, a few people that, were speaking about their own challenges and their own hardships, and it encouraged me. So we were able to build divine connection. Okay. And God was very strategic, and it made things effective. And I was unstoppable. Okay. Listen to me when I tell you this was real. Listen to me when I tell you that I walked through this and I lived it. So that's how I can tell you. And it is still hot off the press, okay? Because these are process that I've been going through the entire, all the way to this very moment, almost the last week of 2023. So I know this to be real. And that's why I can comfortably just speak about it with you, and comfortably share it with you, and let you know that all of my wins, were steady. They were steady because I was consistent. I was very strategic, that I had to keep going, because no matter what, I knew that if I put one foot in front of the other, the Lord will push me and help me get the other one. It was like one step at a time, one day at a time, one moment at a time. It was like literally sometime day by day, hour by hour, look, minute by minute, because there was times where I didn't want to. I did the one online on Zoom that I was like, could have very well, and felt like it at times, not even clicking to go on Zoom. I'm right in the house. Why not? But it was because it was literally that, like, that real for me. It was like, just put your finger on there and zoom in. But that's the way it was. That was my reality. Like, I'm like literally lifting my hand to press the button so I can go in the room, because this is all the stuff I have going on, and this is all the stuff that I'm struggling through, and these are all the things that are getting in the way of what my breakthrough that is happening, and that needs to happen, and that is right there. But if you give up, you won't experience it. So yeah, I'm dragging through it, but the fact of the matter is, I was there. I made it in there, even if it was like by the skin of my tooth. Why do they say that? Skin of my tooth. Your teeth have skin. Hmm. Anyway, side note, put that on the parking lot. But it was like literally that important. It was literally that challenging. And you probably like, but why? Why? Because of the stuff that I was going through. My issue and your issue may not be the same. You may not have no issue hitting that Zoom and getting in the room. I was having an issue. You know, you may have other issues. Your issue might be going outside. I don't know, even though I had that too, but still, I don't know what yours was that was hard for you to do, even though to somebody else it may seem very easy, or even for you in other seasons in your life, this was easy. But in this particular season, it wasn't. Do you know that can happen? Do you know that that is a real thing? This season, the things you was able to do so freely and so comfortably and so easy, in the next season, all of a sudden that thing is like the very thing that you're afraid of, is the very thing that you can't do, is the very thing that's giving you anxiety. It's the very thing that you're struggling to give God a yes on, when normally it would have been like, yes, Lord, yes, Lord, for the rest of my days. Yes. Okay. And then in this season, you're like, yeah, 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 yes. Listen, that's just the reality of life, y'all. That's just the reality of life. And it's okay. It's okay. Let me tell you, just show up, keep pressing. And as a result, to fast forward to where we are, I'm just going to run down some of the things that I was able to win in. First of all, I became a fur mom. Woof, woof. Yes, I became a fur mom. That was very different. And I'm excited about it. I love it. Okay, I don't want to say the name because he might show up in the room. We don't want that right now, because that, y'all, will be a distraction, and this overheating thing will be even worse. Okay. But yes, I became a fur mom. Like I said, I became more active on that Zoom Connect group, which ultimately helped me to be more social, as I am a member of Social Dallas Church. Social Dallas, you need to be social. Okay. We are a social church. But let me tell you, I was social. I was sociable, but I wasn't social. Okay, let me help you understand that. I was sociable. So when I went out, I still spoke to people. I still said hello. I still served on the team, and I was still excited about those things, low key. So I was sociable, but I wasn't social. Once I left, I left. Once we got into the car, oh, I was done. I got back in the house. Yeah, yeah, I'm done. I did that. I'm finished until the next week. And I will become again sociable. And then I will leave, but I would not be social. Didn't talk to anybody, didn't do anything further except kept trying to press my finger on the Zoom, well, on the button to go to the Zoom. Okay. So the more I did that, the better it got, the easier it got. So new things started happening. My attitude started shifting. I started pivoting from those things that was stagnant. I started pivoting, um and things started shifting. And it was like every day, every week, it became a little easier, it became a little better. I did get a new coach at the top of the year, because that was another thing. I was like, God, I need a coach. I did join the BCI organization, Black Christian Influencers. And my coach, you know, she was awesome. Okay, Coach Jackie, the educator. Okay, the founder and CEO of BCI. Okay, and that has tremendously helped me. It helped me in all areas of my life, not just like from a a business coach wise, but overall, in all aspect, she's helped me with my, with my doubts and things that I was having, having the self doubts, and I was just like very uncomfortable and awkward, and um and I lost my confidence, right? So, we really worked through those things and a lot of other things that she's been able to walk me through and help me through. So that was another thing. I got new doctors, even though they were some of the hardest uh doctors reports that I've had to hear, and I've had to walk and be sitting in rooms to hear results. But it was also things that was best, because things it opened my eyes and with different options and different opportunities and ways to treat me. So, and it helped me to establish with some good doctors, and I'm appreciative of that. um I got new connections. I mean, like, I went from where I didn't know nobody name and I didn't care to want to know their names, um to everybody know my name, and I know a lot more people names and faces. Where before I'll be having a conversation with my daughter, she'd be like, so and so. I'm like, who is that? I don't know who that is. I don't care. To like now, I know people by name and their faces, right? And she's the one that's saying to me, like, who's that? Mom, you know them? And I'm like, oh yeah, because da 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 blah 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 blah. It's funny how things can change. It's funny how God can just change it like that, right? This is like within 12 months, y'all. Okay. And some of those changes were happening way before 12 months. They were working already. They started to work. Um, and New relationships, meaning I formed some new friendships. They may be new, but they're new relationships that is showing to be divine connections. And whereas I don't want relationships where I'm like, oh, I gotta keep wondering, like, are we good? Are you good? Are we friends? Are we not? Are you talking to me? Are you not talking to me? Are you having a good day? You not having a good day? Oh no, I'm grown. Please. Okay. um so new connections and new relationships that are being formulated, and anything that did not serve me, and any communication or any connection that was not you know looking like it really was, it needed to be there. That's one thing that I'm learning to do much better. Like, I'm learning to pivot quicker. I'm learning to pivot quicker. And that's a thing that I did not know, because I would hold on to things like people, and, like, oh my God, but, oh, no. If you need to pivot, pivot, and pivot quick. Okay. All right. Period. um, so that, oh, not to mention, y'all, I was working a part-time job and still am, okay, from home. Which has been going pretty good. Thank you, God. Um, okay. And my dreads, which is underneath here, y'all. I gotta get me some juice. I got my dreads going. Okay, and they are dreading. Um, I started a podcast. Look at God. Look at God. Look at God. Look at God. Yes, I'm on my fourth episode. I didn't release all of them yet, but at least I'm gonna have four recorded as of tonight. See, encouragement. Greater is He that is in me than he that is in the world. I am victorious. um, I picked up the studies again with women in the Bible. Bible stories. Okay. People are loving it. I have demands for it. I got another connection on another platform with my girl, and I'm doing it once a month on her platform. I'm doing it on my platform every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Okay. Central Time on YouTube and on Instagram under Coaching with Miss Jessie. So that is that. Um, I attended some conferences this year. Um, Let me see. Oh, I did two webinars. I did one on Zoom. Well, they were both on Zoom and Restream, but they were two different ones. There's one I did that was just me, that I hosted, but then the one I did in October, I hosted one with five other women. I collaborated with five other women, and it was awesome. It was out of my comfort zone, and I had to go to a lot of YouTube University. May I add that to my win? I graduated from a lot of YouTube University classes. I need a degree, by the way. I would like to get my master's in YouTube University, please. And thank you. You can spell my first name as spell it as MS, Miss Jessie, Coach Miss Jessie, please. And thank you. But yes, y'all, I did a lot of YouTube classes. I learned a lot of things. It was a lot of learning curves for me this year. I became savvy in a lot of things, especially electronics, where I've been struggling for all of it and all that. And then some, I've gotten so much better. I learned so much. Okay. This is all with my dragging. Yes, by the way. Oh, did you forget? This is all with me dragging into the new year to show up and giving God my dragging yes. And that dragging yes is producing all that is producing right now and what's going to be produced. Okay. Um, and what else? What else? What else? Oh man, let me see. Whew, it's a lot. Oh my God. But again, even if I don't say nothing more, well, it's a lot. This is within 12 months. Listen, give God something to work with, because this has been my 2023, and I'm sure there are things that I've forgotten, and there are things that'll probably come to mind later, but you get the gist of what I'm saying, of how God can work and will work with whatever you are showing up with, the brokenness in you, or the fear, God, the anger, all of it. Show up with that. Say, God, I don't understand. Look, Job have done it. Jesus did it. David did it. Because you have a sincere heart, and it's like God understand that you're coming with a sincere heart, you're coming with a broken heart, knowing that He's the only one who can fix it, He's the only one who can do something for you about it. So yes, show up regardless, no matter how challenging it is, no matter how far that it looks like. It looks like that tunnel is long and it is deep, and maybe it is. You might need that process. You might need that time before you get to the other side. But God is going to walk with you through it. He's going to be there with you through that tunnel, all the way to the end of it. And He's not going to leave you just there. He's going to take you further. The word for our church was deeper this year. So yes, we was going deeper. I just refuse to give up. I refuse to give up. And I refuse to see and watch you give up. I want you to stay encouraged. I want you to stay empowered. I want you to stay with that dragging yes. Okay. The whispered yes. The write it down yes. Or all of it. Give him all. He wants it all. Okay. So this is what I really wanted to talk about as the year end, and we're approaching 2024. We don't know what the Lord is going to do in 2024, but go in with expectations. Go in with the yes. Give him a firm yes if you got that. If you got it to give, give. If you don't, do what I told you. Whisper it, drag it, write it down, mumble it. Just mime it. Just do it. It's it's worth it. But if you have a firm yes, give them a firm yes. Because guess what? There might be a season down the road that firm yes may turn into the whispered yes. But at least you can have reserved relationship, reserved strength, reserved joy that you can pull out from. Because when you got the best season going on, make sure you're still doing all of the things that's necessary. Because that challenging season may be right down the street. It may be the next couple of months. It may be in the next week. Listen, it could very well be in the next day. You don't know. But when you have that firmness, give it to them. Do all of the things that you know you're supposed to do. So that when you find yourself in that challenging moment and season, you have something to draw from. And you have something to remember who he is for you and to you, and how much he loves you, and what his word said, that he will never leave you. He will never forsake you. These are facts. These are words that you can stand on. His words, his promises. It says that his words will not come back to him void. You can hold God accountable for his word. And you can also speak words of affirmation from his words over your life. You're the head and not the tail. You're above and not beneath. You're fearfully and wonderfully made. You are a royal priesthood. Come on. You understand what I'm saying? He loves you so much that he gave his only begotten son for you. When you don't have it to encourage, go in the word. Let his word do it. Even if you're not even feeling it, just read it, speak it over yourself. Because I've been there and I know what it feels like. And it is worth you doing it so that you can get to the other side, so that the enemy doesn't take you out, because he is looking and lurking every day to take out God's children. But I'm speaking that the year that is coming, that even if you enter it with a dragging yes, that God will meet you right where you are with that yes. And he's going to take you even further than he's going to blow your mind. And I'm telling you because I've seen him do it. And I know if I've seen him do it, and I know that if you continue to show up, he can do it for you as well. So my butterflies, prepare for 2024. Go with expectations. Go and spend some time with God. Go with a fast. Go with intentions. Be intentional. Be present in your life. Be an active participator in your life. Let the Lord lead and guide and direct your path, but be a participant, a willing participant. I am looking to, you know, be with you in the 2024. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for our time. I'm excited that we're getting to know each other. I'm excited that I'm on this platform, that I'm able to share with you from a place of love, and from a place of encouragement, right? I am excited, y'all. This is only going to get better and better and better, sweeter and sweeter and sweeter. And now, y'all, I am going to go ahead and slide on out of the way. I really, really hope that this podcast, this episode, will inspire you and will uh, do something for you that'll help get you to where you need to be as you begin the new year. I will speak, well, I was going to say, I'm not going to see you until 2024, which more likely, yeah, unless you follow me. Well, you should be following me, not no unless. You go follow me because I want to see you. Okay. Um, but I want you to know that, God is with you, God is for you, God loves you, and you are going to make it, and you're going to be all right. And I know that. I know his best is yet to come, and the best is yet to come in your life. And I am so here for it. And I'm going to watch it, and I'm going to celebrate it with you. I am going to encourage you through it. I'm going to empower you, and I am going to motivate you. I am going to yell at you sometimes, and I'm going to smile at you sometimes, and I'm going to laugh with you sometimes. We're going to just do this life together. Okay, so rock with me, butterflies. Rock with your coach. Stay here and connect with other sisters, other butterflies to this platform. Let them know what's going on. Let them know what's happening here on this podcast of conversation, peace, the ish matters, inner soul healing by and with your coach. Coach who? Miss Jessie. I'm victorious, and so are you. You are loved. You are a child of God, a child of the Most High King. Listen, you got this. You can do it because he got you. Okay? Hey, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to slide on out the way. I got to go. It's Christmas Eve. I'm sure I got to be doing something. Something I need to do. I don't know. But anyway, um, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. I love you. And it is on purpose, and I'm excited for what God is doing with you, and I'm excited of what God is doing with me. And I'm just praying that as I come to these on this platform and be honest with you, and share my heart and share my life, share my testimony, that you will see God's light shine in and through me, and it will give you hope that you need at times. It will give you that reassurance, that smile that you may need to say, I see you. Hey, you matter. And most importantly, the ish matters. Inner soul healing. It's everything. When you got that inner soul healing, guess what? Everything else is just going to come out clean and pure. Not perfect, but clean and pure. It is enough. Give God the broken pieces because he is the masterpiece. And guess what? We can't do this thing without you because the puzzle is not complete unless all of the pieces are in place. I will see you all. Oh my God, I get to say this for the very first time on my very own podcast. Like, I'm excited, y'all. I think I'm gonna get emotional. I'm gonna okay, wait, I feel emotions coming on. I gotta go. Um oof. I get to say this on my very own podcast for the very first time. Whew. As I'm closing out 2023, did not see this, but I'm here now, y'all. And I'm excited and I'm happy about it. I will see you all in 2024. Happy New Year. I love you on purpose.